Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for April 16th, 17th, and 18th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is a general reading, and you know what that means. I'm going to be using, yes, my two Radley Valentine decks. This time I use my Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I'll pull one from my Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will also pull one from my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay, I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job, just deliver the message. And it always works better when I don't understand what I'm talking about. So here we go. Now, remember that we are finishing up Aries season. So happy birthday for the last time to Aries. Now we will be coming to Taurus season. That'll be on the 19th. So happy birthday to the Tauruses. Couple of things. People have asked me recently about tarot decks. Now, one of the things you'll know is I have posted my longer readings, and I posted those yesterday. And I use a bunch of decks. These are decks that have resonated to me in one point of my life or another, but the ones that I really connect closely with are the ones that I use on more of the general readings, the general energies, okay? So they seem to really connect. Now, I will sometimes pull in my Rider-Waite tarot deck too. I always had a harder time connecting with those. But in the last year or so, that connection actually, because I started to study a little more about them and I understood them. Now, granted, I've been reading these, so you would think it would be a very easy transition. Well, it wasn't. It really wasn't. The thing I like about that deck, is that it just kind of gives me answers like that. Okay, it's like this, whereas these decks, the ones I use, gives me a little bit more depth. It gives me a little bit more understanding. Now, one of the questions I was recently asked was, should your first tarot deck be gifted? Well, that's very nice, and if that's a possibility, that's very nice. Now, is that a hard and fast rule? No, it is not. Because if you see a deck in your hands and you're something about you just kind of itching to get a hold of them, you go ahead. It's okay for you to buy that deck. It's okay for you to, obtain that deck. Now, I would be careful about, the only thing I'm careful about, well, not only thing, but the one thing I'd be careful about is the age of the deck, and I would make sure, and who is gifting me the deck. Now, there are things where objects can grab onto other people's energies. And so you really want to make sure that you do something to clean the deck, that you want to make sure that you do something to make the connection with you stronger than any other connection. Now, there's lots of different ways, and maybe I'll do a video on that more so. I have a lot more decks, and as you know, sometimes I pulled in my Radley Valentine Guardian Angels, very sweet deck. That's on the longer readings, but very wordy. I've got other decks too, like I said, that at some point I resonated with. So, do you need to be gifted with a deck? No, you really don't, because you want to have the deck really be something that calls to you. Now, this is my opinion. You can have somebody else, and I respect and will listen to other people's opinions on this. But if you have something that really calls to you, go ahead and do this. There is, like I said, there are things to do to help cleanse the deck and how to kind of attach it to you. Okay? Now, I've also had people say, well, maybe this is not right, this is evil, this isn't the way it should be. Well, the thing about that, I'm going to say, is higher power, the supernatural beings, is, much greater with their energy than images on paper. Okay? So if this is something you're called for, except, like I said, I always pray, meditate, and infuse the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master. But when I pray, I also, I ask higher power. But also when I start my readings, I'm going on more than I wanted to, but I'm sorry. I start my readings actually inviting the archangels to come. I ask Archangel Gabriel to join. And, with archangels, we have all this, well, they're female, masculine type of energy. So is it Lord, Lady? I don't know. But I ask Archangel Gabriel to come and provide the words and to let the message be something that resonates. I ask Archangel Uriel to come, and I ask that, because Uriel brings a lot of wisdom and higher wisdom. And it's sometimes when I say something, I go, wow, I surprised myself. I ask Archangel Raphael to join, to bring healing and to bring what is needed to soothe and, support, encourage our souls, our spirits. And that's even another video. And I ask Archangel Michael to come. Part of the thing I ask Michael about is, hey, Michael, help me to do what I'm doing. So, but it's also to bring forth a bold word and for me not to second guess myself. Whatever needs to come out needs to come out. Okay, I've said too much. Please take a look at the longer readings. I did post them. I will post an overview for Taurus season. I feel Taurus season. I actually feel that there's kind of some, I know Taurus is earth energy, so you would think that we would be more down to earth. I feel like, Taurus is going to break through, and it's just it's going to, that bull energy. That bull energy wants to push through a lot of barriers for us. Anyway, now let's go on with our readings. Hello, my Sagittariuses. How are you? Well, let's see what we have going for you for this weekend. Here we are. And see how this is going to transition everyone into Taurus season. One. Okay. I guess this one wants to be next, and then this one. Okay, we're going to take it as that. Now, reversed cards have a little stronger energy, so let's see what we have for the weekend for my Sagittariuses. First card is the King of Fire. King's underlying energy is air, so that's our Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. Thought processes, think things through. But fire energy is yours, it's Aries, it's Leo. It is very powerful. There is something about this energy that feels very big. The king is a ruler, and even though I would say like the King of Swords is one of the oldest cards in the decks per se, the King of Fire, this is standing bigger. There is a lot of power behind this king. There is a lot of intensity of purpose here too. And this king is basically, and the king, whether it be male or female, is you, my Sagittarius, is you are seeing things bigger. You are seeing a broader scope. You are seeing clearer. And, I feel this energy that's very determined. Like I said, passionate, burning, very determined. We could add bold. I just feel that this is as we're going into Taurus season, this is one of those turning points. This is one of those, very connected, what I want out of my life. And, so I'm going to tell you, if you're getting these thoughts, if you're thinking this, write it down. We're transitioning. We will still be in an age of Aquarius that is still about air, and speak this out. Also, too, I am feeling, again, I don't want you to do this if you're in a place that's a fire hazard, but I am feeling kind of, my Sagittarius, is to think about getting some candles if it's, safety first, and make sure you take care of your, your smoke alarms too. And don't disable them. Make sure that they're in place. You don't want to have so many that they go off. But, you may want one or two candles. And I just feel very strong going after what you want, seeing that big picture. And this is very much goal-setting energy here too. Okay? Okay, so motivational. idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, 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 communicate with vision, and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Again, there's a an energy that just, it's like take no prisoners. Take no prisoners. This is how it has to be. Okay? And it's coming from you. This card is reversed. And we have the dreamer. We have the dreamer, Archangel Metatron, who is believed to have been Enoch before the flood. We have Zero, which has a lot of, God or universal energy. So there is a lot happening. And it's kind of like, almost feel like my Sagittarius is that it may be very overwhelming for you. It's almost like the universal energy is like, I don't want to, we're not going down into into something that is possessing you, because you don't want that. You do not want that. Many people think, oh, it's fun. No, 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 you do not want that. But it's infusing you. I'm kind of, yes, like one of those fragrant infusers, right? The things with the oil. It's infusing you. It's filling you. You are still in control of who you are. Again, possession, don't want that. But being infused, there's a lot of strength with that from the universe. All of this kind of like your battery being recharged. Kind of like your phone. The battery might be on dead, but might be, on 6 or 7%. You charge, you plug it in or lay it down, however it is, and then you have to be careful sometimes with older phones that you don't overcharge it either, if that's a possibility. Because I'm kind of getting this, don't, watch out for overcharging, okay? Anyway, this is Archangel Metatron, but the dreamer is, if you can dream it, it can be real, okay? This is about a leap of faith. Follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities, which can lead into new beginnings, which can lead into things that you can take and make bigger. Okay, your next card here. The World. Wow. So you've got a lot of archangel energy here for this week. Like I said, with this one, I just felt big and powerful. And this tells me why. Archangel Michael, the warrior, the protector, the one that's going to come and help you fight some of these battles. Sometimes he's going to let you be the one to fight it, but he's got your back, or he's going to provide you with the tools. But the world is like things opening up for you, that there's so much out there. And this weekend, I feel like you're going to actually be able to see it, feel it. You're going to find a lot of that. But this is also a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. And in my Taurus readings, there's going to be a lot of ascension energy going on, I feel, with Taurus. It was very strong. Now, let's go on. Now, I do have to do that overview. I'm not really sure what the planetary alignments are going to be. What I did was totally, based upon higher powers messages. So let's see what we have here. Last card of the reading per se. Here we go. Wow. So now we have Archangel Sandalphon. Archangel Sandalphon is believed to have been Elijah. Now, I love this card more so than some of the other decks, the Hierophant, because that's very traditional, and I rebel a little bit against tradition because, I'm a fire sign too. But fives have change energy, okay? Positive, negative, it's all a little bit on the stressful. It can even be neutral, a little bit on the stressful side. But when this one comes up with this deck, I love it because it's basically telling you to, that there's something yearning, something that wants more. There's something that you need to kind of follow a little bit more so. Now, you always want to make sure that you're protected. I've talked about that, covering in the cloak of protection of who your higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is, your archangels, okay? Asking for, just, hey, I don't want any dark to come, but I want to see what I need to see, okay? And also, this is something too that's, I get this question from people. It's, I want to do this, and I'll ask them, I want to investigate some more of the paranormal, and I'll ask them, well, are you feeling like you're being called to, or is this an interest? And they'll be like, well, I just think that, and so it's kind of like you really need to get in touch with whoever that is to you, that supernatural entity, to make sure you're going down the right path. Okay? Whoever needed that. But divine guidance, about some change. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternate approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. And I will say that that's important, to, have people that support you, because it's very lonely if you don't. But, but at the same time, you want to make sure you want to use discernment on the people that you bring into your circle. Okay? Because not everybody, I think, well, I mentioned it in the beginning when I'm talking about giftings of cards and stuff. Not everybody has good intentions, believe it or not. You may have the best intentions, and many times, as we grow, we think that people have very similar perspectives. No, they don't. Anyway, let's see what we have. What crystal or energy would be helpful for my Sagittariuses this weekend? Here we go. So remember Metatron, remember Michael, and remember Sandalphon. So 0215. Okay, this one is reversed. Red Jasper. I have red Jasper. I just have to find it. This is red Jasper. I believe this is my red Jasper. I went out and bought it. So I think, but I have this. This isn't red Jasper, is it? No, that could be. Maybe I have two red Jaspers. Okay, maybe I already had one. Red Jasper is about, I kind of call this, this is my game, does Debbie have the crystal and can she figure it out? Nurture, determination, relaxing, tranquility. So, my Sages, it looks like there's some big energy. Well, there is some big energy happening, and you're going to feel it. So, my Sagittariuses, I hope you really enjoy the readings. I love to read for you. You've had such interesting energies lately, and I do enjoy you so much. But if you would please like, share, subscribe, it does help. It helps the channel, it helps promote my videos, and it keeps me encouraged. So I thank you for that. But more importantly, my Sagittariuses, as always, know you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.